Dear students, I have come with the third module, GST series 3. In this module, I am going to explain basis of charge. So let us see what is the module contents. So first is, it's the dual GST system followed in a country. Now what is dual GST system? First thing you have to understand, federal structure of our country. I hope you know the meaning of federal structure. Federal structure meaning center has got certain powers and central ministry elected separate members are there, and similarly for states and union states also there are separate states and local bodies, there are separate elected members. So we will have ministry at the center and we will have ministry at the respective states. So this is the federal structure of our country. So both have the controlling right. So in the case of GST also we have seen that central government has got certain power to impose tax, especially for interstate supply, between supply of goods and services between two states. They have the right to collect tax, GST. Whereas within the state governments has got some control. So both the central governments and state governments will be framing rules for GST. So center and state simultaneously levy GST. So within intrastate and all, I'm going to explain that how they will charge, how they will split it into two taxes. So why GST we are paying on the supply of goods and services or both within the country. Now GST in India, there are four types of taxes levied under GST. One is Central Goods and Services Tax or CGST. We will be always using the short form, so you have to be familiar with. Second is State Goods and Services Tax or SGST. Third is Union Territory Goods and Services Tax or UTGST. And fourth is Integrated Goods and Service Tax or IGST. Now the basis of charge. So CGST meaning you have to remember that it's controlled by central government or it's charged by central government. Intrastate supplies. Intrastate meaning you have to remember that within the same state. So you have to remember, so if it's anybody supplying goods from Mysore to Bangalore, it's within Karnataka. So that is intrastate supply. Second is SGST. State government and union territories can charge this. So that is intrastate supplies. So that meaning within the same state. See, within Chennai, they are transferring. Within Tamil Nadu, they are transferring something. Or within Kerala, then it is intrastate supplies. UTGST is related to union territories. Within Delhi, intrastate supplies within the union territory. So that will come under UTGST. Now IGST is central government. So this is the difference you have to remember. It's for interstate supplies. Interstate supply meaning a supply between Kerala and Karnataka. That is interstate. Or Kerala and Tamil Nadu. It's interstate. So that is the last point, IGST. That is the fourth type of tax. It's collected by central government and it's interstate supply. All the other three are related to intrastate, within the state. The last one is central government, that you have to remember, interstate, between two different states. Now if you see the diagrammatic representation, see manufacturer A from Maharashtra is supplying to dealer in B, dealer B in Maharashtra, intrastate, within the same state. So CGST and SGST will be applicable. Now second, dealer B in Maharashtra is supplying to trader C in Rajasthan. That meaning it is interstate, between two different states. When it's coming to Maharashtra and Rajasthan, it's two different states. So that is IGST. Now, if a trader C from Rajasthan is transferring to or is supplying to another trader in Rajasthan, so that is intrastate, within the same state. So it will be CGST plus SGST. Now types of supply we can divide into two, as we already discussed. One is intrastate supply and second is interstate supply. This is very important to decide the tax which they are going to collect. Intrastate supply meaning location of supplier and receiver are within the same state or union territory. Within Karnataka, within Delhi, within Kerala, within Tamil Nadu, it is intrastate, within the same state or union territory. Second is interstate. Location of supplier and receiver are in different states or union territories. From Kerala, somebody is trying to supplying to Maharashtra. Or from Kerala, somebody is supplying to Tamil Nadu. From Kerala, somebody is supplying to Karnataka. All these are examples for interstate. Interstate meaning two different states. Intrastate meaning within the same state. Now we will explain four small problems to find out this or to understand the basic concepts. Mr. A from Bangalore sold goods to Mr. B in Chennai, and Mr. A, with the help of a parcel company from Bangalore, delivered the goods to Mr. B at Chennai. Identify the place of supply and what will be the GST applicable. So here you have to remember that from Bangalore to Chennai, and Mr. A, with the help of a parcel company from Bangalore, delivered the goods to Mr. B at Chennai. So the place of supply is Chennai, and GST, it's interstate from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu. So it's interstate within two different states. IGST will be applicable. Now coming to problem 2, Mr. M from Cochin bought goods from Bangalore, Mrs. Messrs. G Traders Bangalore, and Messrs. G Traders transported the items to Mr. M from Cochin. So here it's a transaction between Bangalore to Kerala. That means Karnataka to Kerala. Identify the place of supply. Identify the place of supply and what will be the GST applicable. So the place of supply is Cochin, and GST is interstate supply, that is between Karnataka and Kerala. It will be IGST. Third problem, Mr. B from Mysore purchased goods from a wholesale dealer in Bangalore. So Mysore purchased from a wholesale dealer in Bangalore. Identify the place of supply and what will be the GST applicable. So place of supply will be Bangalore. It's purchased from Bangalore. So it's Bangalore, and it's intrastate. That is within the state, within Karnataka itself. So that is SGST and CGST will be applicable. Now, fourth one, Messrs. M Traders of Mumbai placed an order with Mr. G in Bangalore for the supply of goods. Again, Messrs. M Traders instructed Mr. G to deliver the goods to Messrs. V Traders, Belgaum. Identify the place of supply and what will be the GST applicable. Two transactions are here in this. So, we are seeking the final place of supply. It's Belgaum. And GST is interstate between two different states. So it is IGST. So this four problems will help you to identify the place of supply and to identify the type of GST chargeable. So these are the basic things you have to remember, and it's very important also to identify this. I hope you understood the basic concepts, and this is what I want to explain in this module. Thank you.